Hello everyone, this is going to be a video full-fledged on page, what is on page, why on page, and role of on page SEO in Google. So let's get started with me. This is me, ALIRAZA, and I'm working in SEO field from 2006. It's been like around a while ago. I've spent more than half of my life in Google ads, Facebook ads, SEO services. So I know very well about this. So just let me share my experience over the time of what I have learned and how you can do on page SEO optimization for your website and how you can increase your website traffic rate. So let's get started with. So the question is, what is on page SEO? For those who don't know what is on page SEO, let me write it here. On page SEO is a process of optimizing your website as per Google set of procedures for better ranking on Google. So you must be concentrating on what is off page. Let me answer you on the difference on page versus off page difference. So whatever you do on the website is on page. On page means on the page, on the website. You optimize articles, you optimize content, you write very good articles, you work with the SSL, whatever you do on the website is on page SEO. And the question is off page. Off page SEO is off page SEO is out of website. Like whatever you are doing on different websites for your main website. For instance, you are gathering links from other websites to your main website, that is off page SEO. You are creating press releases, you are working on optimizing your social media profiles, Facebook, YouTube, or creating video content on YouTube and then linking back to your main website, that is off page SEO. So whatever you do out of the website, not on the website, but every other thing on the world is off page SEO, and whatever you do on your website is on page SEO. Very easy concept. You don't need to search on Google on what are the grammatical terms. This is as easy as ABC. So why on page and role of on page SEO in Google? So the question is, partially on page SEO has gained importance over the time. So let me answer both of the questions together. Over the time, the role of on page has improved over again and again, and the reason why is that because Google emphasizes more on this thing now. Why? Because user experience is everything. Google wants to show quality websites on the Google search, because whenever we search a query in Google, it's because we have a certain set of expectation that our problem will be solved by Google, because Google has a large variety of websites in them. So we search our query on Google. So Google wants to show the best of the website out there. So how Google will know your website is the best? That is why through optimizing your on-page experience, on-page content, and as well as off page as well. Although off page and on page both matters as well, but the role of on page over the time has gradually increased very much on a scenarios where I can see that in some scenarios it's a more than off page. Your on page experience matters a lot. Years ago there was only a single way of ranking websites in Google, that was off page SEO, getting links. But now eventually with the experience of optimizing on the basis of user experience, on page SEO has also gained much improvement. So how different variations of SEO optimization will affect your rankings? If you do bad on page plus bad off page, you are not going to be ranked at all. If you do good on page but bad off page, you can get slight ranking, but not much. But if you do bad off page and good bad on page and good off page, even then it will help. But even with the good off page SEO, you won't be able to even get with the mild or extreme competitive keywords, or not even the first keyword. But if the success formula is good on page plus good off page. Ideally, now I would say that excellent on page plus good off page is also acceptable, but excellent off page and good on page is not acceptable. Why? Because your experience on the landing page should be excellent. So that should be the priority. So the number first is site speed. Site speed plays a very important role. I was referring to someone and saying, I have a second late is a second lost. You need to optimize your website very well, very much, in case if you want to get top rankings. Because whenever for instance, if I search something on Google and the time it plays, for instance, if I say let's search a query, best hosting. Okay, now I can see certain websites, and for instance if I click on this website, okay, the amount of time this website takes in load, if the amount is too much time, my mind will be distracted from what I was searching for, and I will start thinking about something else. As a marketer, I do not want my visitor to think something else when he or she clicks on my website. To make this process optimal, I want my site speed to be as fast as possible, so I do not want my user to think about any other thing except my own website, which is why on-site site speed plays a huge role. So your first priority in optimizing your own page should be your site speed should be first, very much fast. You can check it through GT metrics. There is also a Google page speed test as well. You can check your through that as well. There you just have to search on Google page speed, and here you go, and you can just write your website over here, and it will give you an experience on how your website is speed is on mobile as well as on a desktop. Okay, so there are certain things with optimizing speeds, and that is to minimizing HTTPS requests, which how you can do is you can exclude other unnecessary codes on your website, the codes which are not being required, unnecessary plugins, unnecessary plugins on your website. If you do not need a plugin, just don't install because someone else has it. Only use a plugins which is your primary requirement for your website. Otherwise, do not use it. Your response time should be fast. How you can make your response time fast is by upgrading to SSD hosting. SSD hosting is a very good hosting. Nowadays, many people use it. So I personally recommend you for using SSD hosting. Setting browsing cache to last a week or longer, and enabling gzip compression for optimizing images. If you are using, you don't need to use too much images in your website. You need to use a combination: images, videos, content, bold content. You can structuring your content is also very important to get your very good speed, and also minimizing all JS, CSS and HTML content. You can also see by optimizing your CSS in external sheet. In case if you do not know, you can hire me, my team, or you can hire someone on Fiverr or any website to get it sorted. The next is install SSL certificate. With the latest Google updates, Google want all the websites to have SSL. What is SSL? Even it's available in SSL, what it will do is it will move your website from HTTP to HTTPS. Okay, so in case if you do not have a HTTPS installed in your website, whenever someone clicks on your website and opens it, Google Chrome will give a warning that this site may not be safe and can catch or attack your information, or get your information or hack your computer, whatever this is. Which is why SSL certificate is very important, and also it helps security for your customers as well as for your own security, that your own server doesn't get hacked. SSL certificate is also very important. Now the title should be everything, because the title is something first which you see, so you need to optimize it and you need to get the maximum out of it. I wrote an article on Google Ads case study. Let me show you and how I worked on optimization of that, because title optimization is very important. So what I did was I added a 156% ROI. Numbers plays a huge role. Good images also plays a huge role. So which is why the title should be attractive, catchy in a user's mind, so he can immediately grab the attention and focus on, wow, yeah, this is something I'm looking for. So because let's say if you search something on Google, your title is going to be the first thing the user is going to see. You can see the user is going to see first. So any attractive, although you can see that my website is ranking here and I like my title, but more than this title is even better with 21,690% ROI. So make sure to have an attractive and catchy title, because title is the first thing user is going to notice, and that is how he is going to land on your website. So you need to have a very, very attractive and catchy title to grab attention. Now after this, use site headings, good combinations. H1 is limited to one page. The top of the page is H1. The top heading of your page is H1 heading. The other heading should be H2. and H3 should be subheading. This is H1 heading, this should be H2 heading, this is also H2, and this is H3. So you need to structure your content according to what's going to be in H2, what's going to be in H3, and you're also going to create H4 depending upon the content. So this can be in H4 depending on whatever the scenario is. If there is a subcategory, it's going to be H4. If your article is well structured, Google is going to like. So you need to have headings and proper structure in your on-page website. And then meta descriptions. You can use any tool. Yoast is also a very good tool. Any tool. Rank Math is also a very good tool for this. So you can use Rank Math, or even you can use WP Rocket. So either of them is also very important. The next thing is you need to understand time spent on the website. And time spent means how much and averagely a visitor is spending the time on your website. If he is spending less than 30 seconds on your website, it means that he doesn't like your content. You also need to do interlinking between each of your articles so that user can spend most of the time on your post, and it can increase visitor time and decrease bounce rate on the website. What is bounce rate? Bounce rate is actually a query which is shown on the Google Analytics, which describes if higher the bounce rate means the lower the website in the eyes of terms of Google and visitor. So how you can do interlinking? Let me show you one of my article and how I am doing interlinking. For instance, this is an article I wrote about how to make money on Fiverr. So you can see I am doing how to start freelancing. This is my article on how to start freelancing, and I am doing interlinking, how things you need to succeed as a freelancer. This is I am also doing interlinking. So interlinking is also very good. So you can see here I am again doing interlinking. See another article I am doing make money online and referring to my other article. You can see here again I am doing interlinking. So interlinking is very good. Interlinking has its own certain benefits. It also helps in SEO. It also helps in staying duration, because I want my user to stay as much as possible, and it also passes views from one web article to another article. For instance, if one article of your website is being ranked on Google, you can rank other articles on your website with the help of that by passing the views. And the very good way of passing views from one link on one page of the website to the other page of the website is by having an interlink of the other page. So you need to make sure that the other article is also relevant to the main page. Don't unnecessarily put something where the user is, for instance, if I am writing a website about shopping and I have an article on cricket, there is no need to put an article which is unrelevant to the category. So if you have certain thing about shopping, if you have created another article relevant to it, you can rank that by adding a link to it. I suggest minimum 1 to 3 relevant links should be on the page, but more depends on the number of words you have written on your website. Also make sure that there should not be no broken links. Broken links is something when, for instance, this is a hyperlink, and if this link is not working well, for instance, another article on how to make money on ClickBank, this is another article, but in case if it's not working well, this is a broken link. For instance, you can see this is a broken link. I'm using a fixed broken link plugin which automatically tells me if a link is working or not. So you can see there is a dash coming, which means that this link is not working. So this is a bad sign. Google doesn't like it. So you need to immediately remove it and correct with the right link, and you also need to use a plugin for it. So make sure it doesn't happen like this. Any plugin, you can search for WP plugins and go to any broken link plugin. Any plugin is good. And also you need to just make sure for internal and external. External are links to authority website. I also suggest to have links to authority website. Add links to authority posts in your website. This will give more trust and authority in eyes of Google. For instance, this is my article. You can see I have added a Wikipedia link. You can also see I have added Fiverr.com, which is the prime website, and it is an external link. Relevant external authority based links are actually a good thing to be added on your website. People get afraid evaluating your levels based on your monthly performance. I also did a Google search in it. So anything which is relevant to your article and someone has a very detailed information about it, there is no harm in adding any external link in it. It's actually a good thing. So add external links as well. There's also very important thing, that is URL structures. What is URL structure? URL structure is, this is my URL structure. Your URL structure should be easy to remember and actually be relevant to the keyword you want to you are targeting on Google. So doesn't make it too complex, make it easy to remember for user, make it easy to remember for your and make it easy and make it relevant to the keyword you want to target. So you have whenever you are creating an article, you have an option of selecting this on any page. For instance, I have another article on how to make money with Google AdSense, and this has a much better URL structure. You can see how to make money with Google AdSense. So this is how you can write a good one. Now the thing is, to improve user experience, you have to do certain things. You have to add images, you have to add infographic, you have to add videos, external, internal, backlinks, headings, blocks, quotations. You can use things like this. Even in this article, I try to use something. I'm using an image, I'm using a video, I'm also using another image, and then bullet points here. Okay, you can see this is H2, this is H3, and this is H4. Heading wise, I'm just explaining it. You can see relevant images with having lines, so to get user attention. Another video by Fiverr. You can see this. Check out how these three people make 6 figures a year. This is in a quotation form. This is how you get into engagement on your article. You can even create blogs, and you can even use other things as well. Even if you have infographics relevant to it, add it. You can use this blocks like this, content violating AdSense policies. I don't know where I added an infographic in the website, but there are too many articles. You can see there is another thing is, I have added a plugin for that you may also like, and I'm just sharing other articles on my relevant to my website. I have used a plugin which automatically shows relevant posts. So this also helps in engagement. This also helps in improving user experience. For those who don't know, keyword density is the amount of time your keyword has been shown in an article. For instance, if I'm targeting how to make money on Fiverr, and I just search on this on how to make money on Fiverr, I've been shown, like, my keyword is being shown 11 times. Now I will divide this with the total amount of words I have it, and I will get the percentage on keyword density. I do not actually ideally personally prefer you to do keyword density, and keyword stuffing is actually repeating the keyword again and again on your website to get it ranked. Actually, this is an outdated strategy. Google doesn't like it, and with the Google algorithm techniques and Google AI learning, Google actually is more smarter than you now and can actually detect if you are trying to fooling out with Google with such thing. Image optimization is also very good. WP Smush is a very good, very easy tool. All you have to do is you have to just select it and press the button. It automatically optimizes your images. So Google WP Smush is very good. Content must be engaging. I told you before in this as well. The question is, how much word count should be per post? People asking me. I personally say minimum 1000 words is very good, 2000 is love, 2500 is sexy, and 3000 is hot. Because Google likes longer content. Google personally prefers large content, well researched articles. But the 3000 word is only good if you can structure it well. In case if you are not able to structure it well, it's nothing to be good of. So just make sure that your article is well structured. External linkings I told you about before as well. That's like internal. External is also very good. Use videos in your article as well. I have even out of the 10 pages, you will see that majority of the website uses videos in the article. I have added 2 videos in the article, one of my own and one from Fiverr. Just like this, you can use videos in your article, and also have social sharing button on your website so people can easily share the article with their friends and family. So what I'm going to do is, you can see here I have an option of share on Google, share on Facebook, share on Twitter. So this is a very good sharing option. You also need to share it. Use social sharing button on your website so people can easily share your content with others. Also, your website should be more mobile responsive. Ever from 2014 to 15, it was a gradual time when the major traffic which used to come from desktop eventually shifted to mobile, and people started to do purchases which I didn't thought that people would purchase from mobile. 2012 and 13 was the time where I thought that the prime purchasing is done through laptops, but now people even purchase through mobiles as well. So your website needs to be mobile responsive, and there's an AMP plugin which is actually free of available. You can use any plugin, you just have to install it, and you can make your website mobile friendly through it. Table of content plugin, ideally it's not good and it's good as well. In certain scenarios I do use it, and in certain scenarios I do not use it. It's all up to you. There's also a review plugin which gives a marks. Let me show you. For instance, if you search something on Google, for instance, if you search best hosting or other, I have another thing as well where I can show you how this will react. And how you can see this is a rating plugin. People are using it, so you can see ratings, you can see reviews. So it gives an added edge and more improved description and more attractive. How would you compare this rating with something like this backlink point? This I would definitely prefer this rating because it has a rating sign showing more attraction towards it. So ideally a rating plugin should be added on your website to make it more catchy for on page. You also need to add about us, contact us, privacy policy, terms of service page in your website. It will also give authority as well as trust in the eyes of not only Google but also in the eyes of user as well. So it's a very good formula. I personally recommend you to do it. And remember, don't do anything over. Don't do anything over. Always forget. Also syndicate your website with Google Webmaster tool. It will help you to find any bad links, side issues, broken links, any issue on your website which you might unknowingly is happening on your website. You don't know about it. You can easily figure out through Google Webmaster tool, and it will tell you about what are the errors, issues on your website, and you can just easily figure out. There's also a very good tool, and that is Ahref. Ahref is also good, and it's free to get your website linked with it, or if your website is linked with Google Webmaster tool. And there is also a Bing Webmaster tool in case if you want to optimize your website for Bing, so you can also link with Bing Webmaster tool. And remember that there are a lot of people who still search on Bing, so don't forget to miss on this opportunity, because as a marketer everything should be an opportunity. So target on Bing as well and grab the traffic from it. So I hope you like my video on page SEO. I discussed about few of the things through which you can do on page SEO. And in case if you want to hire me for your on page services, you are more than welcome to hire me. I'm providing my services. All you have to do is you have to find me out in the description section. I have added a link through which you can hire me for your on page, off page SEO, Google ads, Facebook ads, or anything. My team is available to work with you. Thank you for watching my video. Do comment, do share, and do subscribe my channel. Thank you and bye bye.